Okay, quiet on the set and action. Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Earlene Robinson, and I'm back at it again. All right, today I'm going to just go ahead and dive right into this, okay? We're talking about black beauty supply store owner, okay? She revealed the tactics used by Korean suppliers to make black stores fail. You guys didn't know that, huh? I'm learning a lot too. The deeper I dig, the more I find out. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I'd bring this to you guys. Sisters, we have got to stick together on this one. Now, I know a bunch of us had stopped, doing it. I know a bunch of my friends, they don't even go to the Korean stores and get their nails and wax and all this stuff no more. Now, where I live at, you see them standing on the outside, sitting on the city sidewalk, talking about the Chinese people, Korean people, watching the people as they go by, practically begging people to come in. You know what I'm saying? I think they realize that they done messed up, but we got a story here to cover. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, so long into $1 billion industry, and you're treating black people the way you do, and they're jumping, ganging up on people, and don't want to sell the hair store. If a black person go into business of selling their own product and they got to go purchase from you, you treating them shitty and stuff like that. This store owner is going to explain it. Now, I am piggybacking off of Phil, okay? This is his news channel, and this is where I got it from. There are much more, but I chose this one so Phil can tell it to you. I want you guys to check it out, okay, sisters? We got to stick together on this, all right?
So there was a report that came out last year about a black beauty supply store. And, the sister from Atlanta, Black Star, went and spoke to this owner. And I want you to hear how the Korean American community, how they try to sabotage and continue to sabotage black Americans trying to get into an industry that really we are the consumer. It's not no one else but black Americans or black people in general. As a consumer, but I want you to hear the predatory tactics and also just a reminder of how black folks are treated when they go into their establishments. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Personally don't feel like they want to do direct business with African Americans because they are intimidated, because they do come into our communities and actually set up shop.
Tequila Fletcher opened a beauty supply store in her Tampa Bay community in August, but she's a needle in a haystack. Typically, Korean Americans own beauty supply stores frequented by African Americans in these urban neighborhoods.
I think that some of us are intimidated.
Hair care is a $1 billion industry, and a 2018 Nielsen report shows that African Americans spent $54 million on ethnic hair and beauty products alone. Yet Fletcher told Atlanta Black Star that she and many other black beauty supply owners have issues with getting products on their shelves from distributors who don't want to do business with them.
And then I even met a guy who actually has a large store in Georgia where he basically had to find him another face, shall I say, just so he can get the account.
Korean Americans have dominated the black hair care industry for decades, controlling the manufacturing and the distribution, according to Shop Black.
It's very hard because a lot of them, either they wasn't responding or they just refused just to give you the accounts altogether. Some of them were saying that, your application was incomplete, when I know good well that I did everything that I was supposed to.
Fletcher says one of the hardest products to get is virgin extensions, which also happens to be the moneymaker. So where is this hair coming from?
China. There's only two sources that actually manufactures hair. You got India, and China is buying from India as well. And then you got China. So there is no other that I know of that actually is manufacturing.
And Fletcher added that most of these distributors work with Asian-owned beauty supply stores, continuing to close the gap on blacks having the opportunity to get into an industry that has prospered off of the support of black customers.
But they make the ordering process so difficult. And when I want certain products, oh no, we don't have it. When I know you do have it. You just want to give me what you want me to have and not be able to supply me with what's in demand.
But there's history behind the tension. Korean Americans started selling wigs in 1960, first by going door to door, according to Minnesota Public Radio. Soon they moved into storefronts, but blacks that frequented these shops felt unwelcomed, often reporting incidents of harassment. NPR News points to an incident in North Carolina that involved reports of an Asian store owner on camera choking a customer who was accused of stealing fake lashes. It's one of the many examples where blacks reported feeling that they were being treated unfairly while shopping in Korean-owned stores. Today, more African Americans are seeking black-owned beauty supply stores for their needs.
So for years, we have covered video after video after video of black women being attacked in nail salons and beauty supply stores. There was no executive order for black people with hate crimes, none at all. It was nothing out there saying that black people, or black women in particular, are being attacked. We not even hearing the guys of black women need to be protected. Why didn't we hear black women need to be protected during that time period where all of these incidents were happening? But if something happens with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, now she's all, well, black women need to be protected. We ain't been doing all this. We have not been doing that. And I don't even like that propaganda either about, oh, black men out here attacking sisters. No, they're not. And then the ones who's doing it is freaking the Pookie and Ray Rays that they want to fool with. But continuing. So you have Korean Americans and Chinese as well buying all the things from India, and they selling it. So India and China, which is Asian countries, basically, sending all the product, and they can shut you out. My question is, this is the error, the major error of not connecting with Africa, because on that African continent, you can open up manufacturing and supply businesses like this. Listen, they want you to come there and open it. It's there. This is our problem. You're dependent on other people to supply you instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to connect with my own. I'm going to go to the continent of Africa. I'm going to open up things here in America. I'm going to connect with people in the Caribbean. Let's start all this manufacturing and do this stuff ourselves. Now, it was a big dent in their profits when a lot of sisters went natural. When they went natural and they stopped using the creamy crack and the hair extensions, that's when a lot of their profits actually went down. It went way down. Literally, sisters killed the relaxer market by a choice. Now, we as black men cannot have much.
Okay, guys. You can get the rest of that video and check it out with Phil on the African Diaspora. The name of it is Beauty Supply Store Owner Reveal the Tactics Used by Korean Suppliers to Make Black Stores Fail. Y'all believe that? I believe it wholeheartedly. I sure do. Here where I stay at, I live in Bronx, New York. Been here for some 25 years or a little longer. And just recently, within the last 3 years, I'm starting to see some of the businesses close down. So a lot of black people are refusing to even eat fast food from the Chinese restaurants. You know what I'm saying? But there are still a few that are still left open, you know, and it's like they're practically begging people to come in. They're not getting the business that they used to. See, this is what happened over decades and decades. You've treated black people so badly, and when we are the ones that, you know, are spending the money with you. So now it's starting to come to a head that we're basically getting tired. Now, you still got some sisters that are running to the beauty supply stores. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to stop that and go look up some black stores. Whatever happened to For Us, By Us? You know what I'm talking about? I tell you what, I'm going to open up the lines tonight on Blog Talk Radio, okay? That number is 516-418-5973. That's the Earlene Show. And I, your host, will be right there to welcome your opinion right in. Y'all give me a call on this one. Okay, my sisters? I need to hear from my sisters only, on this video, okay? That's in a couple of hours, New York Eastern Standard Time, okay? 6 o'clock p.m. We're going to talk about this from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. I'm going to open the lines for 2 hours and let you guys come on in and state your opinion on what's going on. What have you experienced? Have you experienced what Phil is talking about? Have you had a smooth sailing with the Korean and Chinese marketing strategies and tactics and stuff like that? When you go get your hair and nails and toes done and stuff like that? Call in and give us an opinion, okay, on the Earlene Show. Come and let's talk about it. We need to talk about this, my sisters, okay? Again, that number is 516-418 5973 5973. You'll see the advertisement go out in social media. I want you to grab the number and come on in and let's get a dialogue on what's going on. We need this, guys. We need to pull together. You know what I'm talking about? Like Phil said, you got Africans over there on that continent that are begging us to return back. You know what I'm saying? And even if we don't go back physically, at least we can do it and buy, from them and trade, stuff like that, because this other stuff is getting ridiculous. We need to stick together. Isn't that how Rosa Parks, the Rosa Parks agenda, what happened back then when she didn't want to get up? You know what I'm saying? They all boycotted. People listen when you talk about cutting their funds. That's the only way you can get them to listen. Other than that, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. You keep running in their store, buying their products and stuff. Let's buy and sell and trade with each other, guys. I agree 1,000% on that. That number again, 516-418-5973. Y'all come on and join me tonight on this topic. Put your opinion in where it counts. I'll throw it out there in the media so everybody can see it. Other than that, I want you guys to have a beautiful day. Okay? And take care of them babies like I always say. Goodbye.